What's up, guys? Welcome to ESL Weekly Cup number 4. I'm Sireph, and with me today is Sean Android Beal. It's been a little while since we've seen this guy. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing good, man. Excited to see how the EU scene's turning up.
Yeah, man. And they are turning up indeed. We've got all of our spots filled up for this week. And this first matchup that we're going to see is going to be Who Gets Carried Hard versus Nazville. Who Gets Carried Hard, kind of the sort of champions of this tournament so far, or of the weekly cups. They've been pretty dominant coming out and just wrecking kids as they go into this. But Nazville is a team that I have not had the honor of seeing fight recently. Have you seen any of them ever, Sean?
Yeah, I've definitely seen a couple of members like months back playing in some games, but I haven't seen their team play yet. So this is going to be a fun game to watch. I'm always excited to see new teams and kind of seeing the play style they bring to games.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see what's going on as well. We're just waiting on one more player to sort of get in the game before we go in. But it's going to be, I think we're in round 1, and if I am looking at the brackets correctly, it's just going to go straight through this tournament. There's 8 teams, a single elimination, and of course a game for 3rd place as well to figure out who sort of takes home the prizes this week. And go ahead, tweet the stream, guys. Let people know that you're here watching and supporting Guild Wars 2 Esports, because we're going to have a fun time as we go into this, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking forward to this. Nice. It's like 11 a.m. for me Thursday morning, and I'm excited to see some Guild Wars 2 Esports, man.
Yeah, man. Well, let's go ahead and jump in the game as let's take a look at these players here. I'm going to turn off the awesome music courtesy of Ordnance Records and a good friend of the show, Voya, and we're going to figure out exactly where this guy is. But let's go ahead and talk about these players here, man.
Yeah, you gonna start over on red team?
Yeah, man. Let's start with Alessi the Thief.
Alright, popping over the Thief right there, and we do see that they're running Sword Dagger Shortbow with 1030 030 0. So those are some traits of that Sword Dagger build that's been around for a long time, running with Alyssa runes with to pop with those Basilisk Venom. So that's been around for a fairly long time. Really good at just kind of getting in and out. Stark Industry on Guardian, running with Mace Focus with the staff. He's running with Cleric Amulet with Cleric Jewel, and he's got the Soldier runes on his armor. For traits, he's running 0, 0, 10, 30, 30. Again, a very, I'd say standard, long time Guardian build right there. Really good for supporting and just bunkering down on a point. Meanders on Engineer. So we have him running with Pistol and Shield. He's got the Rabbit Amulet with actually a Settler's Jewel, running with Runes of the Adventure. So getting that little extra Condi and power damage there, and then getting the Endurance whenever he pops that healing turret. For traits, he's actually running 20, 10, 0, 30, 10. So he's got those 30 points in Alchemy, got that health regen, got that automated responses. Really strong. And then Socrates on Warrior. He's got Hammer Longbow with the Zerker's Gem and the Alyssa runes. Traits, he's running 0, 10, 30, 0, 30. So he's got that AoE burst, you all love from that Warrior. And then the other Warrior right there also running Hammer Longbow. Same thing, Zerker Amulet, Alyssa runes. 0, 10, 30, 0, 30. So we got 2 of those Hammer Longbow Warriors right there. Oxygen gonna be the second one for red team.
Absolutely. This is something that we see a lot here, actually, going into like the sort of EU meta compositions. Having those 2 warriors is super strong. Just going in and being able to take and capture points, and also taking out thieves and stuff. If you train them up on people, it's very strong. However, we're gonna go in on on the side of Who Gets Carried Hard. The thief for that team. He's let's go ahead and jump into this guy's build, man.
Yeah, so he's actually also running Shortbow with Sword Dagger. Or actually, no, he's running Dagger Pistol, so Shortbow Dagger Pistol. So he's going to be able to get in there, going to get that high burst damage in. He's running 10, 30, 0, 0, 30. So, yeah, he's just going to try and get into combat, burst someone down, and then get out when he needs to.
Yeah, man. And then that's another one of the most common setups that we see for Thieves nowadays. And now we're going into Mr. Milo over here, their Guardian. He's going to be running 6 runes of the Soldier with staff, mace and shield, mace focus rather, running 0 0 30 30 10, kind of an inverse of the Guardian we saw on the other side. Man, what's sort of the difference between those? Who has sort of, I wouldn't say an advantage because they probably aren't going to be hitting each other very hard. But
yes, so when you look at a Guardian like Stark Industries and you see he has the 30 points into virtues, that's definitely a little more tankier build. You get to get those virtues off quicker. They do some more stuff for you, and you're all around more tankier. With this build here, with the 30 points into Valor, you get the more, you get that AOE healing with altruistic healing. Every time you pop a boon, you get that AOE healing for your team. So really, really good for staff. Like say when you put your symbol swiftness down, and that's constantly applying boons to your team, it's just a huge AoE heal. So a little less tanky, but a lot more AoE support for your team.
All right. So moving on to Misha Thin Hat, actually we just saw one of them drop out momentarily, so they might actually have some lag problems, or they might be doing some last minute stuff. But there's Shad coming back. Moving on to Misha though, the Mesmer for the team. Let's go ahead and check out his comp, man.
Yeah, so he's running staff, longsword or greatsword. With Zerker Amulet, with Zerker Jewel, and he's got the Ogre Rune, so definitely getting that extra power and the increased damage. For traits, he's running 20-20-00-30, with running with the a Shatter build, Illusionary Persona right there, and 30 points in Illusion. So really, really high damage. He can kind of pick if he wants to be in the middle of combat or just kind of stay around the edges. He's also running a Portal and Illusion of Life, so he's going to have that really good team support. He's able to stay in, he's able to res someone if he needs to res them, he's able to Portal his team in and out. So we saw this build a long time ago, before we saw Mesmer's kind of fade out for a bit. The Great Sword and Staff is really strong in the European scene, as it always has been. Definitely compared to like the Great Sword and Sword Focus that we see a lot, or used to see a lot in North America.
Right. So moving on to Nia, we don't really need to focus on this person very much because she is running Spirit Ranger, standard stuff, Runes of the Forge, short bow, sword torch, or sword warhorn rather, with no sigil.
No love for the Spirit Rangers.
Look, man, everyone knows how Spirit Ranger works. Get 10 in marksmanship and 30 in wilderness survival, nature magic. Pop those spirits and keep your team alive while doing massive damage. But we can move on to the hammer longbow warrior. Pretty much exactly the same thing that we saw from the other team.
He is running Soldier's Amulet though instead of Berserkers. It's going to be a little bit tankier.
All right, so we're going to get them to ready up and jump into this game in just a moment here. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see if sort of the mobility from the portal of Misha has a lot to play into. Knowing Misha and this team, they do use that portal very well. And we'll have to see if the double warrior comp from the side of Nazville, which is getting pretty common nowadays, will trump them. Of course, Who Gets Carried Hard has won quite a few of these, or I would say actually basically either half or more than half of these cups so far. And we're going to have to see what they're going on. But it looks like we're going to jump into the splits here. Look at this. We're going to see a massive beach invasion from the side of Who Gets Carried Hard, man.
Yeah, we got 3 people heading up. It looks like Misha might be just going straight through mid. Might pop over and try and meet up with Stark right there. Yeah, she actually just lets Stark go to mid. Well, Nia also heads the mid, and she's going to try and get a steal on spawner if they want to start it. Yeah,
I don't think they're going to start it, though. They're going to go straight over to mine and check out what's going on to Meandis over here. The NG's having a lot of trouble trying to deal with people, but he will get supported by his teammates. We're going to see Socrates walk over that line of warding, get tripped up, and get right back up here. They are trying to train down Milo, I think, here. Guardian comes up here, going to get the stomp on Meandis, and no, it's actually Misha Thin Hat coming in with that first stomp here. So now it's a 2v3 here on the side of Who Gets Carried Hard on the mine point, Sean, and this is a very good, strong start.
Between Misha and Shad right there, Meandis just instantly went down the second they engage. And with that, they also get down Oxygen and Socrates, all 3 going down. Misha instantly gets that portal down, and they're able to go straight to mid from there. They don't even bother capturing that point.
Yeah, man, they're just gonna go straight to mid, and look at Stark, he's already down, already gonna get stomped through, and there's the stomp, and Alessi is down here as well, so Nia has this point, no problem. They do send Miandis over to Henge to start cycling points over there, at least get the decap off, at least get some points for them, but we're gonna see very shortly that Squares and Shad are coming his way, and he's gonna get supported by Oxygen, but the question is, does Oxygen get to the point in time to support his teammate, or will he get cut off by Misha, which is actually a very, very possible thing.
Yeah, Miranda's trying his hardest to stay alive right there. Fighting against a Warrior Thief is extremely hard when you get that lockdown. Miranda's actually going down pretty quick right there before his team's able to get there to help him out. And Squares is kind of try and stay on point, keep that neutralized, try and get those points capturing. But Alasi is actually trying to get him kind of burst down right there, having a little bit of problems.
Alasi's trying to get in on Squares here, and he's going to be joined by his teammate Stark Industry, and in addition, we will see Socrates over here as well. The question is, can they get those hits off onto Squares, and they just aren't able to do so. He's got so many boons on him as well, with no Necro to rip them off. They're going to have a little trouble dealing with him, and man, he's still alive. There's no problem here for the side of who gets carried hard as they go into this fight. They're up 124 points to 0. Not a single kill, not a single capture for the side of Nazville.
Yeah, and they've been doing fantastic with the reses as well. They had 2 people actually down off the side of the point. They were able to get both of them up without even using the illusion of life from Misha.
Right, and they just got him up. Misha's down here, but he will get back up and just kind of heal up, play the sides, and come back in. Let's check out what's going on with Socrates as he is down, as well as Stark. Will either of them get up? That's probably a long shot for them. The Big Ol' Bomb did come down to try and save them, but everyone is dead on the side of Nazville. Alasi just now res Miandis. Last man standing, but he's kind of just about to get stomped right there and then and there. And so we see a full team wipe. Alasi trying to get some points in, trying to get over to the mine point, but Shad has something to say, and it's no. So he's going to get stomped down right here. Shadow Stomp coming through. Going to be doing something. They're not going to be able to decap mine at all here.
Yeah, so we do have everyone spawning from red, heading straight towards mine over there. But blue team does have that backup right there. They have someone overtaking Chieftain, they have someone at mid, and they're actually just willing to get that like 2v5, almost 3v5 over at mine. They're willing to fight with that low of numbers.
Yeah, man, this snowball here is going to be really hard to deal with on map 2 for Nazville if they can even start to come back. We will see that Chieftain is being taken right now by Squares, and there it is. So that's just another stat buff for who gets carried hard as they join this fight again. So Socrates, Oxygen, Stark Industries, and Miandis, all 5 people from Nazville are here trying to get some work done. But they're just having trouble with, like, what, the 3 or 4? Yeah, there's 3 people over here. We will see Shad just now get taken down, but here's Misha to come res his teammate. And the question is, will Alasi get them? No, he's going to get up. He's going to be just fine. No points, no kills for Nazville here, man.
Yeah, and that's that resing power I was talking about earlier.
Oh,
they're so fantastic at just being on top of their team. Yeah, that was the first kill, though. That's the first 5 points that red team's been able to get this game. Blue team really just strong map control everywhere on this map. Yeah, you see Alasi actually going in for Henge right there, but Squares is already there to try and stop him.
Squares is going to go in on him, and just, oh, look, there is so much damage going on to Alasi right there. She's not going to have an easy time with the Warrior over here. Misha does drop over on that side point. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Milo's going in, but oh, they both dropped, so they could be seeing some dual kill here on Misha and Milo if they don't get up, and that's exactly what we will see. So we will see Nazville both get those kills and capture this point. But the question is, it's kind of too late, man. It's 350 to 20, and they are sending someone back to sort of cycle back to the mid, which hasn't seen much action since the beginning. Lassie's got on there and he got pips off, but still not. Both forces are now sending into the mid now.
Yeah, red team definitely trying to take advantage of that snowball right there. I mean, winning a team fight, even just a small team fight, is really great when you want to push to another point. They're able to wipe 2 of them over at mine, so pushing the mid's definitely the smart thing to do right now when you have the numbers. But it looks like a couple of them do have a little bit of tunnel vision. They're splitting up a lot in this fight, and it might be a little bad for red team.
Yeah, and I think they're realizing this as well. The elite crate comes out from Meandus there, the supply crate coming down to give some support, but you know it may not be enough here even in mid. There it is again, a fully all the way there that time. So they'll get some heals off in the mid. Will it be enough is the question here, and we will see Misha over on mine dealing with Alessi, and she's actually doing a great job on him. He does stealth up with the Shadow Refuge, trying to get some heals off and just stay alive, but I don't think he's going to be alive for that much longer unless he gets a huge spike off on Misha.
Yeah, he was able to get that heal off in the Shadow Refuge as well.
Oh,
he does get the huge spike off on Misha. Let's see.
But they're both down. We're going to see a down fight. And who does this down fight actually favor, Sean?
Well, you see it right there. The Thief with his AoE, he's able to, hit the real target even when he's going. But the Rock Dog, Misha has the Rock Dog out, and the Rock Dog actually secures that victory for Misha in that down state right there. Extremely strong for blocking projectiles and putting additional down damage on.
That's right. So Socrates now, we're going to see another full team wipe from Nazville. 443 now for who gets carried hard. This is definitely their game. Not a question about that. It's only a question about when. So yeah, we're going to see coming into the next game here, we're seeing that really who gets carried hard is outplaying their teammates very handily. What sort of things can Nazville do to come back here?
So the thing is, especially moving on to Fire, is that map control is an extreme thing on any map, but Fire in general being the biggest map in the game, when you have control of something like that, it's extremely easy to kind of take advantage of the game and just have victory. So I don't know, Red Team's definitely going to have to do something to try to combat the map control that who gets carry hard has, because that was absolutely amazing. I mean, they didn't even lose a point until they were out, like, what, 350 points? They lost, 5 points right there due to a kill, too, not even a capture. They were always there for almost every back capture. So this is going to be a little hard for them to come back. They're definitely going to need maybe a little more focus in the team fights right there, try and get specific targets down. One thing I saw is that they went for Misha a lot in team fights. I'd say that's actually fantastic. Get her down before she can pop a portal, or that illusion of life. I mean, they did a really good job there. But hopefully they can keep that going up with maybe a little more focus.
Yeah, I totally agree. The communication, I think also what's going on with them is they're not very mobile. They can't really get to those points. Their rotation, like they're losing the team fights, and then they're also losing the opportunities to go and rotate the points that just don't have people. So like one of the big things that Helseth says when he's on the stream is, you got to count. You got to know where people are. That's just a skill that some teams haven't really worked on that well. And when there's a lot of illusions out there, when there's the spirits out, it's hard to figure. Well, not really hard. It's kind of just like there's more stuff to sift through. And so we're gonna have to see if they can kind of pull that out here, and come back into this game and bring us into game 3 rather. So we're gonna see who gets carried hard. Up 1-0. Can they pull it out?
One last thing I want to talk about real quick before this game gets started was how good their opener was. You saw Misha run straight through mid, drop that portal. She knew that portal was going to be handy, and they're able to get that strong burst over on mine, portal out, and instantly go back to mid right there.
That's right.
So that they had that mid just practice, completely down, and they played it off really well.
Yeah, man. So we're just waiting on the players to ready up. Let's go see who's not ready, and it's just now Nia who has to ready up, and there we go. So let's go ahead and check this stuff out as we go into this. So seeing the splits, I'm gonna make a prediction. I think that who gets carried hard is gonna go pretty aggressive on this one, knowing that they're up 1, and we're gonna see a more defensively inclined play from the other side of Nazville here, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what we're going to see right here. Let's pop into map and let's see what's going on. Looks like Red Team's doing a 3-2 split. No, they're going to do a 2-2-1. And we actually have Nia going over to mine right there. And they're also going to do a 1-3-1.
Yep. We saw that Shad and Misha kind of stuck back there to kind of stealth up and get some stuff down. But oh my God, they already got the Guardian down, Sean. That was such a fast burst, and they will stomp him out, going immediately into this team right now in the middle with no Guardian, just their one warrior. They can make it work, but it's kind of hard now. Shad did get a very, very good backstab off on Socrates, and they'll take him out too. So they've already lost the mid fight.
Yeah, and with that, you're also gonna have Melo, and he's gonna be able to kind of train support Nia and Misha over there at Mines, which is gonna help them out a lot.
Oh man, and so we're discussing.
Miranda's actually going down.
Yeah, Miandis, where's Miandis? He's right there in front of me. I can't believe I didn't see him. So Alessi's also very, very low. Stomp gonna come through from Milo here on Quarry. Let's go ahead and check out Waterfall. And once we jump over here, looks like it's going to be Oxygen up against two people from Shad. It's going to be Shad himself and Squares, and he's going to be taken down as well. So we're going to see some red people rotate here. That's Socrates, fresh off the respawn, trying to make something work here on Waterfall as he goes up against Squares. Meanwhile, if we check out the mid, Sean, Oxygen's is down. Stark is almost down unless he gets stomped out immediately, and Stark is having to deal with a 3v1 situation with support from Rock Dogs and everything, man.
Yeah, when you have to fight against Shad and Misha at the same time, you better be ready to get really defensive. Those guys know how to burst someone down, and that's what we've been seeing, just between this game and last game, is that when those two go on one person, living for more than a couple seconds is going to be extremely hard to do.
Yeah, let's check out Squares, though, because he's going up against Socrates, and Socrates was doing a good job for a bit, and then in came Shad, and that was just a total non-thing anymore. Waterfall belongs to blue, as does every other point on the map. 3-cap goes down. Miandis is dead. Oxygen Chrysor is over here on Quarry trying to make something work for his team. We're going to see what exactly he can do. He's joined by Alessi, and of course Miandis is down over here, but the stomp will go through from Milo, and this is just a massive, massive fight. Red, send some people over to Waterfall. Do it. I believe in you. Get some points in on this map, man.
Yeah, we're actually at that 150-0 right now, if you hadn't checked the score so far. So yeah, again, blue team just doing fantastic this game around with their map control. Every time someone tries to go back cap a point or something, they are on it. They're able to just match it 1-1 or 2-1 every single time. They're always in the right spot at the right time.
That's right. Stark was trying to get some aggression off on mid, and he did get a decap, so he's going to join Socrates over here in the Waterfall, Sean, and Squares, he's actually dealing with this quite well. It will stay alive for a great time and getting some damage trained down on Squares right now, or on Socrates rather.
Yeah, and it's really hard going into these fights, when you're losing, when you're at a numbers advantage as well. I mean, you have this 3-2. It was almost a 4-2 right there. Mr. Melo, he wasn't even gonna bother coming into this fight. He knew his team had it, and that's always extremely hard. Going into a 2v3 when you're already down so many points.
Definitely, man. They will get the first kill. It's Naya dropping on Quarry there, and Miandis is gonna actually go for Milo as well. He's taking a 3v1, which is not quite up there. Shad to come in for support, but look, Milo just now popping off his heal. He's gonna have a little bit of trouble here in the 2v3 rather.
Yeah, Miandis trying to get that magnetic pull on him, but he's able to dodge that off right there. He is getting extremely low. Shad trying to just stay at range with the short bow right there and put on some pressure.
He gets illusioned.
But Misha illusions him, and he's back into the fight. And he's able to get those stacks off right there with Empower, so going to get that AoE heal as well as that AoE might off right there. Definitely going to help his team in this fight.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to kill someone just quite yet, but Alessi will get dropped, and that'll res him just up. And there it is. He rallies off Alessi's death. Now, here's the fun part. We did see Shad going over and taking out the northern wall to Red's base. So in just a few moments, probably about 30 seconds-ish, they can go ahead and just walk right up to the Lord and end this very fast if they decide to do so. And they might actually just send one person over to do that.
I don't know, man. We might see, those old strats, team paradigms, old strats where they'd want to get as close to 500. Before trying to kill the Lord, get that 649 score. I wouldn't be surprised if that's something we see this game.
Well, we'll have to see if they decide to add that insult to injury. We will see Alessi going up against Squares with Socrates as support here. So the question is, can Squares get any sort of aggression off on these guys? Can he do the 2v1 here? That's actually, Alessi's going to go ahead and keep chasing this guy down as we do see Squares cycling over to Waterfall. But check it out. We do see the Lord push is happening right now. They have the points. There is the supply crate dropped out from the side of Red, but they're just immediately going for the Lord. Lord gets mowed. Everyone going in on him. Lots of damage coming out from all sides. Shad is already training him down, Sean, and he's where is he? There he is.
He's actually down.
He is.
Misha down.
Misha got down. Shad got down. The Lord is about just over half health. I'd probably say 60%. They're gonna get. Oh, he gets rallied up just last minute there from the Spirit coming out from the side of blue team, and the Lord's in a lot of trouble here, Sean. He's just below half health and mowed once again. Shad is dropped again though.
Yeah, Shad's down, but with Misha and all the other... Oh, he got that heal off right there. So he's now back above half health. Shad is down. He got stomped, so he is out of this fight. They're just trying to get as many conditions as possible. Stark's actually down. Miranda's about to go down. Socrates about to go down. And there we go. Blue team's able to secure that kill.
They needed that come through for that. I mean, it's a quick 2-0. Shad kind of just really dominating Nazville in this fast 2-0 here. We did see sort of a lot of people drop from the side of who gets carried hard, but they did rally. They all came back and they came in for the fight. So this is going to be pretty sick to see them continue to progress here in this tournament, Sean, as we're going to go into the next one soon. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to check on who we're going to see next.
That was a really good game. I mean, right away from that last game, you saw Nia just push Quarry, and she was there almost the entire game. I mean, we didn't see her drop until like 300 points or something, and there was a lot of times where it was like 1v2, 1v3. So really good job just staying alive and really holding that far point and being aggressive.
Yeah, man. So we're going to take a quick break, going to set up all the server stuff that we got to figure out. When we come back, we'll tell you who exactly is going to be in the next game. It might be a little bit, but stick with us, guys. We'll be right back with some more Guild Wars 2 esports actions. I'm Sireph, that is Sean, and we're going to see you in just a little bit.